Anika Khan from Bethany Convent School.
Dreams are not those which are seen during a sleep. Dreams are those which do not let you sleep. These are the words of a great leader, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who saw a dream of digital India. A very good morning to all, respected chairperson, members of the jury, and my dear friends. Today I, Anika Khan of Bethany Convent Senior Secondary School, stand before you to abdicate the topic and speak against the motion. Today, when we stand in the 21st century, where everything is available on our fingertips, where things seem to be a supernatural world, in this era of digitalization, education qualifications seem to be on a standstill. Let me explain you with an example. Everyone sitting over here have heard about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs. He was a college dropper, but owns the most professional company, Apple. Let me illustrate with the second example. Everyone sitting over here must have heard about Isaac Newton. He never ever was sent to school, but became a great scientist. Suppose one goes for an interview, and one carries with him files and big papers of his education qualification, and one goes with a smartphone. With the first one or the second one will be treated as educated. According to me, the second person will be treated as educated. I would end, soar bravely towards your goal. Let nothing darken your way. You can change your tomorrow if you seek your dreams today. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Anika Khan. All right, my friend over here. What's your name? Shruti. All right. Please go and announce your name over there and your school's name.
I'm Shruti Jain from SMS Mirzapur. My question to you is, you said Isaac Newton was not educated. Then he did not even use the digitalization method of education. Then how do you prove your point?
I said the topic was...
No, please. I was not able to understand your question. Please repeat your question.
My question was, as she said, that Isaac Newton was not educated.
Right.
Then he did not have the facilities to use the digital methods even.
Okay.
Then how can she prove the point?
Which point?
The point that digital methods are better than educational methods.
All right. Now you answer that.
I did not say that Isaac Newton was being educated with the digital means. I did not say that. I said that Steve Jobs was a college dropper.
I'm talking about Isaac Newton.
But owns a big company, Apple. Second, Isaac Newton. He never ever went to school. So we cannot say that education qualification stand to be one and only means for a person to become educated.
Okay, that question is answered. All right, Tanya, we'll give a chance to her because she's from an outside institution, so we'll give it to her.
Why do we need to be digitally educated when traditional methods are quite convenient and affordable?
Today, everything changes with time. Everything changes with time.
And money?
Yes.
Everything changes with time, so does an apple. Today we recognize a half-eaten apple more than a full apple. Thank you. All right. Now, bringing up the rear, we've got the last team, but definitely not the least. We've got IPEM, represented by Sara Shams and Harsh Arora. May I call upon Sara Shams of IPEM to take the stage, speaking for the motion.
Respected Chairperson, judges, members of the House, and my most worthy opponents. Today I, Sara Shams, stand here to support the topic that we need to make educational divide our priority and not the digital divide. Students should first be equipped with knowledge and skills to understand the world they live in. And it was only then that you can expect them to step into the digital world. For it is insensible to ask a child to operate a computer who doesn't even know what a computer is. In a recent survey, students report that they value learning in classrooms for it helps them improve their understanding of themselves and their world. For classrooms progressively equips them with knowledge and skills for their future. They also reported that their opinions are matters and is respected. Teachers report that students' feedbacks help them to form better teaching strategies, and as a consequence of which students learn more. These practices of teachers include recitation, direct instruction, discussion, dialogue, practicing, analysis, and many more. These practices aim to foster the capabilities of students to narrate, explain, persuade, calculate, analyze, and many more things. Nobody is going to help you in such a way on the internet. And even if you think that anybody can explain you, I bet you nobody can explain you in a better way that your teachers can explain you personally. Now let us take an example of our country, India. A major section of our society is employed in farming. Let us talk about the children of farmers. How can you expect the children of farmers who are not well educated and who do not even know how to turn a computer on and off to use a computer to their benefit? Moving on to the non-farming sections of the society, a majority of the population of our country cannot even afford gadgets. Thus, digitalizing will not be able to help them. Rather, educating will probably do some good. A burning topic today is Digital India. I ask you today, will the PM, by digitalizing India, be able to help provide shelter to the innumerable people who sleep on footpaths and roadsides? Forget about providing, will it even help the PM to have an account of these people? Thus, I would like to rest my case with the thing that we need to make the educational divide our priority and not the digital divide. It is only then that we can truly expect our country or any country to progress. Thank you.
That was Sara Sham. Thank you, Sara. Any questions of? All right. There's only one hand going up, and that is Jayesh Jaiswal. Jayesh, please ask a pertinent question, not a statement. Okay.
Why can't we ask a kid to operate a computer if we can ask him to read a book?
But first you have to teach him to read a book, and then you can probably expect him to turn on a computer off and off. You just can't take a child, ask him to sit in front of a computer and ask him to operate the computer. Rather, you first have to teach the child how the alphabets, you would teach them the language. He can probably read the book on his own then, and then that will be able to help him a bit more.
There are many small tablets.
Right, thank you. That question is answered. Any other question? Sara, most of the time you know what the kids are doing. They don't do anything else but they go to the search history, and the last naughty site seen by the parents is what they click on to. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
No other questions to her? Calling upon Harsh Arora of IPEM, he is the last speaker as far as this debate is concerned, speaking against the motion. Harsh Arora.
Digitization is the way. If you don't catch up, you will certainly be left behind. Good morning, everyone. Respected chairperson, judges, members of the House, and my most worthy opponent. I, Harsh Arora, stand here against the motion that we should give more priority to education sector than digitalization. Today, the world believes in technology and advancement. And one of the most important ways to do that is digitalization. Let's take a very basic example of schools, like most of them already have mentioned. I'd like to do that again. Students today don't really understand what's going on in their class. They find lectures pretty boring. But if that is done in a more interesting way, they catch up really very fast. Technology is what they understand. That's why smart classes prevail, and that's why they are learning better. Educating people will certainly help, but if that is done in a more technical way, it will produce more efficient students. When we talk about digitalization, we always think of a person sitting on a computer and writing programs or doing whatnot. But if we look deep inside, we'll see that digitalization creates employment. It creates employment on every level, from a low-level technician to a high-level entrepreneur of some startup. We